111 Campground Road, 35 Campground.
Within the 10-day?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's all I got.
I got a question.
Please.
So some of the information that Preston included was a spreadsheet. And on 213, Jeff Kunk from Choice One Engineering, US 68 South, he stated he was sending a co-op over to deliver plans on a flash drive with a site plan review application and check for a data center along South US 68. And whoever was taking this information said, I said, thanks for the heads up. We would get a receipt for them. I would talk to our law department about how to handle it with a moratorium on the table for Tuesday night's council meeting. He said they were instructed by lawyers at Thor's to get something submitted, even though it wasn't ready for submission. It was about 60% complete. And he was okay if I didn't review it, but he just wanted to get it in for his client.
So Ms. Holman, that exactly is why we need a continuance. You're privy to information I've never seen, never heard. We do have a public records request to the city for those very items, and I hope to receive that.
An attorney for Thor's did have that, and I worked.
No, the spreadsheet you just referenced. I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's a lot that we need to prepare for. The staff report I've seen for the first time tonight.
He's by a lawyer of Thor's to get something submitted, even though it wasn't ready for submission. It was about 60% complete. And he was okay if I didn't review it, but he just wanted to get it in for his client. Somebody from Thor's talked to an attorney and submitted this information. Don't understand.
I'd like to be privy to that.
If I may, that is kind of, I want to say, the meat of the appeal. And so that really has no bearing on the request for a continuance. And again, if we get into a city staff report, that would be discussed. That really wouldn't have much bearing on the request for a continuance.
Well, it had enough bearing to send it to me with information.
Thank you.
And this meeting wasn't for a request for a continuance. I had to walk that in today.
Nope, I understand.
So I didn't know anything about it till I got here.
Well, they just submitted the request.
That's what I'm saying.
We learned late Friday afternoon and we submitted it first thing this morning.
Further questions? So we need to decide if we are going to allow the continuance or not. And if not, then we have the item on the table for the second item in the agenda. You have further questions?
I don't.
I don't have any.
Okay. No? Okay. So we need a motion from the board regarding the possibility of a continuance on this item through May 11th, I think it is the next BZA meeting.
We're trying to figure out how to word it.
Basically, you're granting a continuance
Right.
on item 2026-09, okay, or you're not.
For the sake of moving this forward, I move that we accept the appeal for continuance for 30 days.
Okay, so you're saying you would be okay approving the continuance?
No, I didn't say that.
Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, I'm saying that I'm making a motion that we accept that. That doesn't mean I accept it, but we have to get it on the table or.
No, I understand that, but I want to clarify your motion.
Okay.
So, because I want to make sure that we're clear, by voting yes, we're doing one thing, by voting no, we're doing something else. So is your motion to grant the request by Vorys and Thor for a 30-day continuation? Basically, we're going to table this item until May.
Right.
Is that your motion? I'm not trying to twist your, I'm trying to understand
I
what you're saying.
understand that. I'm just trying to move this forward so we can make a vote on it.
Right, but we got to be clear on what the motion is. Yeah.
Well, then the vote is, if I move that we accept it, then I can vote no.
Yeah, that's not the question. That's not the question.
That is a question.
No, Vince, what I'm trying to clarify is your motion to put on the table accepting the request for continuance? Doesn't matter how you vote, don't care about that.
Right.
Right, so is that what you're saying? My motion is to put this on, make a motion that we accept the continuance for 30 days.
Right.
Okay, do we have a second?
No, we don't. If we don't accept the second, then
Okay.
it dies for lack of second.
You have another motion?
I make a motion that we vote on as presented.
What?
A motion is what we were in here for.
Yeah, the continuance, that's what we're talking about.
No, we're not talking about the.
So you don't want to do anything with the continuance, so you're going to say no. basically, on the continuance. Since this was requested, I guess we
Yeah,
truly,
I think there should be a vote
Yeah.
one way or the other. I suppose it could be, sounds like the motion to accept didn't die for lack of a second. I suppose the alternative would be.
It didn't die for lack of second?
It did die. I think the alternative would be a motion to deny
deny,
or a
right.
motion to table.
that's what I expected you to say was I motion to deny because nobody seconded the motion to accept. So is that your motion?
Mhm.
You're making a motion to deny the continuance.
Yes.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second
Okay. Roll call on the motion to deny the continuance through May 11th.
it. Mr. Fields,
So a yes is you're gonna say, I wanna deny it.
Yes.
Mr. Paul,
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez,
Yes.
myself, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So the board has decided to not grant a 30-day continuance to Voorhees and Thor, which means we are continuing forward.
Staff report.
Yep, we do staff report first.
I am gonna ask. So Ms. Holman did read most of the staff report. There's not a ton more to give. I did want to walk through a few of the items. So Exhibit 2 in the staff report is. Yep.
Preston, do you have other copies handy?
I do not. I can rectify that.
Please. How many copies? 2?
Yes.
2? Can we get 2 copies?
We can sit tight.
Yeah, we'll just sit tight for a while. She should be back in a couple minutes.